Behind every mask is a heartbeat, a story, a split second that changes everything. This is where the smoke clears and the people under the helmets are finally seen. This
Behind the
is
mask. We step inside the volunteer firehouses of Pennsylvania's coal region to meet the everyday people who answer the call.
Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are here in Mount Carmel at the Area Rescue Squad. We're going to do what we usually do. We're going to step inside. We're going to meet the men behind the mask, the heroes, the local volunteers. This is different than any other place we've been before. So follow along. You're going to learn a bunch just like I'm going to today.
Hello, welcome to Mount Carmel Area Rescue Squad. I'm Captain Tim Brozowski.
Firefighter Paramedic Logan Hickson.
Junior Firefighter Xavier Miller.
Firefighter Devin McClintock.
The Mount Carmel Area Rescue Squad was organized in 1976 from the West End Fire Company in Mount Carmel. A group of members from the West End Fire Company felt the need to start an emergency response squad to handle emergencies that couldn't be handled by the regular fire companies in town. Mount Carmel Area Rescue Squad is a little different than the rest of the fire companies. We are a standalone rescue squad only. We do not have a fire engine or ladder truck. We do not carry hose or water. We essentially carry all the other tools and equipment necessary to handle different emergency situations. One of our primary responses is for vehicle accidents, and we're also equipped to handle many other different types of emergencies, from ice rescue to water rescue. And in the recent years, we've added off-road rescue to handle the ATV and side-by-side accidents that are occurring in our area.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take a look at a heavy rescue. It's a little different than anything we've seen before.
So this compartment is our Hurst hydraulics. This is our hydraulic rescue tools that are battery powered. These are completely portable, self-contained units. This compartment is where we carry our spare air cylinders for our air packs. And this is an air cascade unit that allows us to refill those air bottles that we wear on our back for breathing air.
How long does a cylinder usually last, say, if you're in a fire building?
They're rated for 45 minutes at normal breathing. However, under working conditions with heavy breathing, half hour to 15 minutes. This is all of our wood cribbing. We use it to stabilize vehicles in a vehicle accident. This is our medical equipment, including an AED, and then all of our hand tools. This is additional Hurst hydraulic rescue tools. These are, compared to the other ones that are battery operated, these are hose operated. So there's a electric power unit that supplies hydraulic fluid through the hose lines to the tools. So with these tools, we're just slightly limited to 100 feet of hose that's on the reel, and then we also have portable gas-powered units that we can take these tools and go portable with. Some extra equipment in here. We have a mechanic, like a standard mechanic floor jack. Additional hand tools. And an air cart for breathing air and for air-powered tools. All of the equipment in this compartment is our rope rescue, high angle rescue equipment, and also water rescue. In this compartment, we have our heavy lifting airbags, oxyacetylene torch. We have vehicle rescue struts for stabilizing overturned and side resting vehicles, and then our heavy rigging equipment in the lower bins. Additional hand tools, our power saws, portable gas unit for the Hurst hydraulic tools. And then we also carry a extremely large 41-inch Hurst hydraulic spreader for vehicle rescue. Inside the rear of the cab is seating for 4 with air packs, hand tools, portable radios, ready to go for firefighting, duties. We carry a total of 10 Scott SCBAs, which are self-contained breathing apparatus. This allows us to breathe in toxic environments. All of our air packs include a flashlight, an Anderson rescue strap, and we have individual thermal imaging cameras on all of our air packs to allow our firefighters to see in smoke conditions. The rear door of our last rescue truck, when we took it out of service to place this one in service, we removed that from the rear door and placed it up there.
So your typical standard driver's seat, pretty much. All the cool lights and sirens, buttons.
We do carry an additional 2 large thermal imaging cameras in the front of the cab for the officer and the driver. On the front bumper, we have another 2 100-foot reels of Hurst hydraulic hose to allow us to operate our hydraulic tools off of these front reels. And then we just carry some additional rigging equipment.
Instead of reeling all the way from the back to the front, you can just bring the tool up here and hook up then?
Correct. So we have 3 tools in the rear that are already pre-connected, so we could either bring those up and transfer to the front if we need the additional length, or we can just connect an additional 2 tools, and it'll allow us to run 5 tools simultaneously off of the hose reels. And then we carry a winch pre-connected to the front bumper.
And this is the officer's seat. Pretty simple designed, actually, right?
Yep.
All the updated information as you're going. Oh, this is pretty cool. It tells you what doors are open and...
Yeah, so that's a indicator panel for open compartment doors.
That's really cool. Extra safety feature. And that's one of the main thermal imaging cameras. How much do you say that weighs? About?
Oh, they're not too heavy. It's probably maybe 2-3 pounds.
All right, so not too bad.
No,
on top of all the other gear you're carrying, can make a difference, I imagine.
Yeah, it adds a little bit of weight, but it's not too bad. The benefits of it, though, what you get, the vision that you can achieve through this can really help you see in the completely smoked out, blacked out building, and allow you to locate a victim or help the firefighter escape himself. It could help him locate a door or window and to make an escape if necessary. That you don't see from the bottom. Mounted in this well is a telescopic light tower.
Lights it up like it's daylight out there in the middle of the night, I imagine.
It goes up about 12 feet and rotates 360 degrees. We can light up any area around.
So the term is coffin compartments. Telestep ladder.
So it's just additional equipment that we carry up here. Some of the stuff that's not too used very frequently we keep up here just because it's a little difficult to access. But we do carry a little giant folding ladder and then a telescopic ladder. Some medical backboards. This is just the 2 electric hydraulic power units that supply our 5 Hurst hydraulic reels on the truck, the 3 in the rear and the 2 on the front bumper.
So you would have to come up and open these up and turn them on up here?
No, they're completely remote operated, so they'll turn on from a switch down in the lower compartment, and it's one click of the switch, and then we'll have power to all 5. So shovels and brooms, absorbent and oil dry for vehicle accidents and oil spills. That's a hopper. It's dispensed down below through a chute. This compartment is just additional wood cribbing, and this is just the wooden blocks that we use to stabilize vehicles or any type of heavy load that we may need to stabilize or support.
This is our quick response vehicle. Normally responds to medical emergencies, off-road emergencies. Is also a secondary piece for fire response and vehicle accidents. It is equipped with all basic functions required of a QRS to provide life-saving measures before the next arriving ambulance or mobile intensive care. Moving into our compartments, we have our primary medical compartment, first in bag vitals equipment. We have an AED suction unit, trauma bag, clipboard for documentation, scene light, as well as the new ARM XR from Defib Tech. It is a mechanical CPR device. It is used to take over and basically take over the job of what would normally be 4 or 5 firemen, EMTs, paramedics performing CPR.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
It is
I have seen those advertised, actually.
Absolutely. So there's multiple variations out there. A lot of the local ambulance companies run the Lucas device. We just happen to have the ARM XR, which is just a different company and brand.
But the same function?
Same function.
And you like that idea, or?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Awesome. There's a bit of controversy about it in regards to its effectiveness. I find it very effective. I've worked for multiple companies over the years that have utilized them, had a lot of very successful outcomes, a lot less fatigue on the provider. General restock equipment for our trauma gear, we can run call to call, depending on the severity and type. We also have a stop the bleed kit for most of our trauma emergencies, car accidents, gunshots, stabbings, other such incidents. In the very back here, we do have a lot of our rappelling equipment, off-road rope equipment.
Now, a lot of my viewers won't understand how important the off-road rescue equipment is around this area.
In this area, it's incredibly important, especially with us having multiple off-road parks and facilities in the area. We do end up with a lot of ATV, UTV rollovers, sometimes with steep embankment involved, dense terrain to try and traverse. Prior to us getting the UTV, the primary function was to get this squad in as far as we could, you know, try to get to the patient and then move in by foot carrying equipment, patient, etc., and then remove them out to a safe environment. Of the truck, we have a mix of just about everything you can imagine in the back of this truck. We have portable scene lighting, additional moving equipment for patients, including the mansack that's there to your left. We have a Stokes that we pair up with our rope equipment to do hoisting and moving, spare air pack, spare SCBA cylinder, a 2.5 gallon water can, as well as an ABC extinguisher. Moving into the passenger side, we have our water rescue equipment as well as ice rescue equipment. It's not very often that it gets utilized. However, we do get some people that are brave enough to venture onto the ice, especially on Route 54 at the dam there, as well as Route 42. We also have multiple man-made lakes and ponds in the area that people sometimes tend to venture out onto. Our central compartment on the passenger side is most of our forcible entry tools, simple hand tools, Halligans, mauls, sledgehammers, as well as a portable hydraulic unit for gaining access into harder to enter doors. Yep. Last but not least, we do have our SCBA compartment. This is accompanied with 3 Scott 4500 PSI air cylinders rated for 45 minutes of work. We have our reflective vests. Each air pack, as on the rescue, are all equipped with a Seek thermal imaging camera for each member, as well as an ARS rescue strap.
The thermals there.
Pretty standard.
Something that
Seating for 4 individuals, up to 5, depending on size.
And in the front, just, you know, radios and typical.
Yep, typical
It's
high
actually
band radio.
probably pretty comfortable to ride in here.
This is our UTV. It is called UTV-5. It is a Polaris. It's a 4-door, fully enclosed cab with heat and air conditioning. That'll help us allow us to operate in any conditions, summer and winter. We acquired this in about 2022 due to the increasing amount of off-road responses that we were going on. In the area, there is a lot of ATV, motorcycle, dirt bike, mountain bike, and side-by-side activity due to the large areas of vacant coal mining property and the off-road parks such as famous Reading Outdoors. So through our fund drive, we collected enough funds to purchase this and the trailer to transport it if we need to go and take it mutual aid outside of our immediate response. It typically handles about 5 emergency off-road calls a year, usually right in our immediate response area, ATV accidents or mountain bikers that are injured.
Not typically a lot of use, I imagine, then. Or is that a lot?
For off-road, I mean, yeah, about 5 a summer. I mean, that's quite a few. If you look back years ago, we used to get maybe 1 to 2 off-road incidents a year. But like I said, with the amount of side-by-side activity in our area now,
It's becoming a bigger thing.
it's becoming a bit
we
more
have the land
common.
up here for it, you know, so they're using it.
So we could transport 5 members to the off-road scene, and when it's all said and done, we could also transport a sick or injured person from the wilderness back out to one of the main roads to either an ambulance or to our squad, where we can transport them in the back of the squad truck.
And also provide care at the same time, I see.
Correct. So there is a seat for an EMT or paramedic. The backboard and Stokes basket that's carried here actually folds in half just to make it a little bit more compact. But once we put the Stokes together, it does hang out off the back end a little bit, but it still allows us to safely transport a person out of the wilderness. In the back of this compartment, we just carry a lot of additional equipment for what we may encounter. So we do have a full medical backpack that includes oxygen and suction, and we have splinting equipment, and then some equipment to go with our Stokes basket and rope rescue should we need to use rope equipment to retrieve the person.
I'm really interested to see the inside now of this, so we're going to take a look. So it's pretty standard, just like you would buy a normal side-by-side, it looks like?
Yeah, so this was, we bought this directly from Polaris, and then it was upfitted with emergency lighting and a siren. But other than that, this is how it was delivered from Polaris, with the addition of the skid unit that's in the back that carries the medical equipment in the seat. Yeah, it's a standard Polaris unit. That was outfitted by them. They installed the roof rack, the light, the front rack, and the winch.
Oh, and you even have a siren. Flip up light. That is a great idea, actually.
That just provides, it's like a 360 work light to provide lighting around the unit, and helps light up the rear.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you're waiting for, we're actually inside the engine bays right now. Well, I guess it wouldn't be called an engine bay anymore, would it?
No, I guess yeah, we don't have a traditional engine per se pumper unit. We'll call it the rescue bay.
Yeah, this is a typical rescue bay, basically. You just pull in, you park them in here, and one sits here, ladies and gentlemen. And the turnout gear. Nice one, actually. Really like the mural.
This is our meeting room here, where we have meetings and training sessions. And we just 2 weeks ago celebrated our 50th anniversary, as we were organized March 11th, 1976. So what you see out here on the tables is just some of the memorabilia that we were going through and had on display for our anniversary. When we were organized in 1976, this is the first truck that they had purchased back then when they were running out of the West End Fire Company. It was a Bell telephone utility truck that they purchased, used, and refurbished all on their own, and made it the first rescue truck.
Oh, wow.
In 1982, they moved to the location that we're at now. They left the West End Fire Company and began running out of this station that they built, that the members built in 1982, and we've been here ever since.
Different one rescue here. Went through a lot of apparatus over the years.
Yeah, so like I said, they started with the first truck, which was the Bell telephone truck that they purchased and refurbished. Then this was the second rescue truck, right around in the early 90s. This was this was an international utility truck that they purchased. It was a welding truck at the time. Again, it was refurbished by the members. We used it for a couple of years until the purchase of our one and only brand new rescue truck, which was this one, the 1994 KME. And at the time, they wanted to differentiate themselves from the West End Fire Company, which is where the orange color came from, because the West End Fire Company was orange. So when they purchased the new truck in 1994, we changed the colors to the red, white, and blue color scheme that you see there.
Those ambulances keep cutting from my eyes. They don't make them that cool no more.
No, so that was a very short-lived vehicle here. They did purchase that ambulance brand new with the intention of running an ambulance service out of here, but then they kind of discontinued it and just allowed American Hose Fire Company to continue operating their ambulance service. This plaque was for our 50th anniversary that we just held. This was in recognition for two of our members that were founding members and still current members today, Rich Zinda and James Boylan, and we dedicated this meeting room in their name and honor for their 50 years of service from being charter members up all the way up until today.
And that's going to get mounted somewhere now?
That's going to get mounted here on the wall in the meeting room.
Awesome. There's a couple other things over here. What we see now out there today.
Our first station that was built in 1982. That station was burned down in 1997, and then the station that we're in right now was rebuilt in 1999. This building that was rebuilt and reopened in 1999. Just our kitchen area.
What kitchen you would have at home?
Pretty much.
And nobody lives at the station, right?
Correct. We do not have sleeping quarters. We
There's
just have
volunteers don't.
what we call Unlike the other fire companies in the area, Mount Carmel Area Rescue Squad is 100% donor funded. We do not receive any tax dollars or municipal funding from Mount Carmel Borough. We conduct a once-a-year mail-out fund drive. In addition to that, we continuously run online raffles that we use to raise funds to purchase all of our equipment. So everything that you see here today has been purchased from donor funding.
Wow, I've never heard of that before. And even in the gas you put in the rigs, that the diesel fuel and all that.
Correct.
Pay for all that yourself?
We pay for our own fuel, the service on all of the vehicles and the equipment and the station is all paid for by us, which is, again, it's all through donor funding.
And the fundraising is on, they can see that on the Facebook page.
Correct. If they visit our Facebook page or our website, mcarescue.org, you can follow that link to donate online, or go to our raffle page and participate in our raffles, which helps us buy all the equipment that you see and allows us to do what we do for the Mount Carmel area.
Yep. And the links will be in the description, ladies and
All
gentlemen.
right, ladies and gentlemen, what an awesome experience that was here in Mount Carmel at the Rescue Squad. We're going to go on and get on up out of here for today, get the video started editing. But until next time, you know what it is.
Local heroes in the flames, they never say die. Volunteers risking it all for the community glow. Behind the mask they hide the heart that they show. Riding in the truck, sirens wail a song. Rise above, crack on, that's how they stand tall. Facing flames head on, they'll never let us fall. Meet the heroes behind the mask every day. Together in the core region, we pave our own way. With helmets shining bright, they answer the call. From the firehouse to the street, they'll give it their all. In the heat of the moment, courage ignites. History unfolds with each courageous fight. Legends rise from ashes, true bravery unfolds. Rise above, crack on, that's how they stand tall.